What's going on, family? What's going on? What's going on? Peace, 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 peace. Peace, peace, peace. Can everybody hear me? We good? Make sure y'all can hear me. Okay. Peace, 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 queen. Peace, king. Peace, goddess. Peace, God. What's going on, y'all? Just checking in with everybody. How's everybody process going? Anybody got any remedy? Any remedy? Anybody get any remedy? Remedy could be a response. Any response is a response. Anybody got any remedy? You know, I like to be transparent, everybody, so I'll let you know what I got going on with the current building I'm in. Anybody got any remedy? All right. For y'all that got declined, if you've got declined for anything last year, my best advice is to go about it the 1099 way. Now that's my advice. This isn't for legal advice. This is only for entertainment and informational purposes. Okay, I am not a legal advisor. I'm just a consumer advisor. All right, so but yeah, if you got declined or denied for anything, y'all. Okay, ways to basically get the credit back. You have to basically erase trying to get the car that you got declined for, or erase trying to get the house that you got declined for. Because what you're trying to do is recapture the credits, not the house. You're trying to recapture the credits. Okay, for that. So that's for everybody that's got. Now I got declined for ass and shit last year. So I'm going back and getting the credits. Okay, I'm not going back trying to get that specific vehicle or that specific house. Okay, my application was given. That the application was used for to gain compensation on their end. Okay, and I never received anything as equal consideration. So, which makes this contract a one-sided contract. All right, so meaning since this was a consumer credit transaction, and for y'all that's coming in, I'm talking about for anything that you got declined for. Since this is a consumer credit transaction that you got declined for, there's only supposed to be dealt with credits. That's why they call it a consumer credit transaction. Okay, so when I submitted my credit application, all right, that transaction was supposed to be completed. But what happens is we give them our applications. All right, they take it, sell it, do-wop, come back and be like, yeah, they said they only approved you for this much. So if you want this much, you got to give a higher down payment. So that's when the trick in the trade comes in, that you see what I'm saying, all the smoke and mirrors and how much you gonna pay a month. They start asking you shit like, how much can you pay a month? Or okay, yeah, the bank said they can do it. How much can you pay a month though? You know what I'm saying? Or they'll say some shit like, yeah, they only approved you for this amount. But if you want this amount, you got to do a higher down payment. Okay, so that's only because they know we don't know what's going on. They turned our consumer credit transaction into a loan. Okay, we're not even supposed to know what loans are. All right, if you read anything up under the Truth in Lending, you read Title 15. The definitions is up on the 15 USC 1602. You read the definitions, you don't see no kind of definition for the word loan. Congress don't even define the word loan. Now, why wouldn't Congress define the word loan in Truth in Lending? Because the consumer is not even supposed to know what the fuck a loan is. Only thing we supposed to know what is a consumer credit transaction. Was there a finance charge? Because up under the finance charge, the finance charge is the sum of all charges. Okay, so as soon as you submitted your application, that covered all charges. Now, since we don't speak up at that time of giving them the application, and when they're drawing up the paperwork, we're basically leaving it up to them to bring us back some documents that we think we have to abide by for us to get this collateral or to get this vehicle or to get this house or apartment or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So the tricks in the trade comes after we submit our application. The application is a consumer credit application because it falls upon a consumer credit transaction. Okay, all deals are done on the consumer credit transaction that deals with your Social Security credit card. All right, so that's what I'm saying for those that coming in. If you got declined for anything, don't worry about it. What you need to do is get the account number, or you can get the application number. Get the application number, all right, and you can do a 1099 on the application number. Okay, because there was a transaction made. A lot of people say, well, I didn't get the car. I didn't. Did you give them your application? Yeah. All right, then. They made money. You applied your Social Security information on that document. You turned that into a negotiable instrument. You gave it to them. Okay, they accepted it. Okay, they went on the market and started selling that shit. All right, and they made money. You didn't receive anything. All right, so, oh yeah, for y'all that bought my 0202 class, I accidentally deleted the damn link. I was trying to make some room. I deleted the link, so just come back to me, let me know. I'm going to send y'all the new link. So if you got my 0202 class and the link expired, yeah, you can't go back to it. I accidentally deleted it. I had too much, I was running out of space on my file. Deleted it, but I got a backup file, so everybody that let me know, I just sent it to them. So yeah, just let me know. Just hop into my DM and let me know. But yeah, that's what it is, y'all. This is what it is. You know, there's no such thing as decline. There's no such thing as denial. Of course, they're gonna tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, but you can't just go in there and say, God, there's no such thing as denial, without having nothing to back up what you saying. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta remember, conversation is documentation is over conversation. Okay? Documentation is over conversation. You can say laws all goddamn day, but if you don't put it in writing, just read any of your contracts. It says if you have any discrepancies or if you see anything, send it in writing. They don't say call. They say send it in writing. Because when you send it in writing, you can leave a paper trail. You can't leave a paper trail when you calling. All right? And for y'all that has paid anything, if you came out of pocket for anything, meaning if you've been paying bills with cash and you almost paid off your car, or you've been paying on an apartment, you've been paying on a mortgage. Okay, what I want you to do is go look up 15 USC 1615. Okay, 15 USC 1615. All right, you can go down to A. Just go down to A and wham, you'll see what happens when they we've given them unearned interest, meaning all the money that we've came out of our pockets, y'all, and gave to them is unearned interest on their behalf. And all unearned interest must be refunded to the consumer immediately. Anything that you paid over $1 bill, okay? Anything you paid over $1, that's in B. Okay, so again, if you go to 15 USC 1615, okay, it's the Rule 78, something like that. Go down to A. All right, read A, and it tells you all the unearned interest that the corporation makes must refund it back to the consumer. Now, what unearned interest do you think they talking about, y'all? Remember, the bill is already paid. So what do you think happens when you pay them out your pocket? You're double paying, meaning they have extra unearned interest on their books. Okay, and the only way that can get straightened out is if the consumer sends it in writing and makes the request. That's what I'm saying. All you got to do is read a little bit, y'all. That's it. For y'all that's coming in, just go look up 15 USC 1615. We can have a little small class right quick. Have a little small class. 15 USC 1615. We're going to wait for everybody to get there. We're going to hold this thing like church. Can everybody turn to chapter 15, verse USC 1615. We going to verse 8. And the choir said, let us be free. Let us be free. You said send a request to who? Now let's use who that is. La Beans. Let's use our minds. Okay, if Congress is telling you to send it in writing, who do you think you need to send it in writing to? Come on now. We adults. If I got a problem with McDonald's and I need to write McDonald's a motherfucking complaint or a claim, do you think I'm going to send it to the cashier at McDonald's, or am I going to find the headquarters registered agent and send this in writing? Okay, it's very simple. Okay, we're going to the boss. Bosses speak to bosses. Okay, you're the agent for your boss, which is your principal. So as the agent, you got to get in touch with the other agent on the other side. You got to remember, it's two sides to the contract. When you submitted the application, okay, you made a binding agreement, okay? So bam. So since you made that binding agreement, there was two parties. There was your estate, and then there was the corporation that's in the contract with you. You see what I'm saying? Your estate has an agent, which is you, and that corporation has an agent, okay? A registered agent, okay? You most likely it's the headquarters address, but you want to verify that. Okay, there's many ways to try to find the registered agent. You got open corporate. You got the Better Business Bureau. You can just type in CFO of for. You can just type in CFO of Florida Power and Lights. You know what I'm saying? That shit'll come up, and you take that name and you go to opencorporate.com and you put that name inside of the box and you click officer, and that it's going to bring up all the corporations that CFO is under, okay? And you find the state you live in, and wham, you click on that, and you scroll down and and it's going to have the registered agent. Bam! Boot out, boot, boo! Straight like that, all right? So, back to 15 USC 1615. We at 8. I don't even got this shit in front of me, y'all. I just, a brother that booked a consultation with me, shot me this code, and I was like, God damn, brother, I never heard of this code. No, I never. He just sent it to me. Okay, just sent it to me, and I was like, damn. Remember I told y'all, people really just be sending me shit. It's like the universe just be, here you go, brother. Like literally, and I was like, oh god damn, appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I don't know everything, so everything that comes to me, I'm gonna read it. As I go to A, it says all unearned interest must be refunded. It don't say back to the corporation. It don't say back to the banks. It say back to the consumer. Okay? Y'all already know what I am. I'm a hood consumer advisor. That shit talking to us. We're the consumers. So if we gave them unearned interest, my first question would be, what unearned interest are they talking about? It got to be the money that I've been giving them monthly, because I've been paying on a positive balance. My bill been $300, and I've been giving y'all $300 every month. The bill is already paid for. God damn, this is unearned interest. What am I paying at? What am I goddamn paying at with my paper at? Let me send a note. Hello, registered agent. I am registered agent on behalf of yada, yada, yada. Okay, it has been brought to my attention that you guys have been earning unearned interest. And under 15 USC 1615, it states, by golly, that any unearned interest needs to be refunded back to the consumer, which is I. Okay? So, with that being said, I've done all the calculations. I've paid you guys this amount of dollars for the last 10 months. 10 times this is this. Okay, I demand that you send a check, or here's the address to the check where you can send the check to, basically. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just giving y'all a little rundown how I would go about it. I'm sending a letter like, what's up? And you got 10 business days to respond. If you don't send it in 10 business days, I can assume that we have an agreement. Okay, now if I do not get any response in 10 days, like I said, I will assume we have an agreement, and I better be checking my mailbox soon and for that check, for all that unearned interest that y'all sent. Okay? Straight like that, y'all. Straight like that. Straight like, nah, I ain't gonna say it again. I ain't gonna, you gotta know what's going on. You gotta know what's going on. That's all it is. 15 USC 1615. It literally states all unearned interest must be refunded back to the consumer. Back to the consumer. That ain't my words. I didn't create that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what Congress said. So I'm like, well, big brother, what unearned interest you talking about? Because I'm the consumer. It seems to be that there is supposed to be a refund coming my way. Now, I've been paying y'all motherfuckers every month. And now I'm looking at y'all supposed to pay me? Wait a minute. Now it goes all the way back to the consumer credit transaction. There is no cash. All the cash we gave them basically went to their pockets, and they claimed it as a tax. They claimed it as a donation, a gift tax. Like, hell, he just gave us that money, IRS. Okay, well, since y'all got that money, y'all have unearned interest. Okay, since y'all got unearned interest, appreciate you. Go ahead and send that back to me. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Go ahead and send that back to me. You got 10 business days. Here go the address that you can send the check to. Thank you. Yeah, and you can send an affidavit. Get it notarized. But handwritten instructions here, after you get the handwritten instructions notarized here, that's damn well is an affidavit. You making the claim. Yeah, they took it as a charitable donation, which was unearned interest. They didn't earn that. They was given that. You see what I'm saying? So we can come back and say, hey, goddammit, I've given you guys, it's brought to my attention that you guys have earned unearned interest. Unearned interest. All right, so with that being said, y'all, again, nothing is declined, y'all. Everything goes through. How do I know everything goes through? Well, God damn it, your bill is positive. That's how I know it went through. Every application goes through. Every application goes through because your bill is in positive. If your bill is in negative, that means your application didn't pay for the account. Okay? All your bills are in positive, which shows you that all your application that you submitted paid for the account already. Okay? They're paying you. They're sending you the bill so you can endorse it and send it back to them so they can apply it to the account. That's what's going on, y'all. That's what's going on, y'all. That's what's going on, y'all. Like, it's really nothing much to it. They're sending us bill. They're not frauding. They're not corrupt. We just need to know what's going on. They're sending us the bill. How many of y'all got $300 bills, $400 bill, $500 bill? Now, think to yourself, what's the difference between them sending you a $400 bill and me opening my wallet and giving you $400 bills? Or $4 $100 bills. I give you, let me put it in simple. What's the difference between them sending you a $100 bill and me giving you a $100 bill? See, the money I give you, you think, oh yeah, I can use this. Why don't you think you can use the bill that they send you? It's the same goddamn thing. I gave you a $100 bill. They gave you a $100 bill. You accept my $100 bill and use it. You get that bill and go pay it. That don't make sense, y'all. It don't make sense when you sit down and think about it. They're paying us to pay the accounts. Our principal has a balance. Meaning we must transfer that balance to the account. The account is not the principal. I think that's what a lot of people is. Do I just take over the principal or the balance? No, you're taking over you're transferring the principal's balance to the account. That's how the account is being paid. But if you don't transfer the funds, what are you doing? You're working and you're paying and you're giving unearned interest to the corporation. That's what's going on. No one is putting a gun to your head and saying, nigga, you better go get a fucking job. No one has said, nigga, you bet not fucking read. Okay? No one has told you. No one told us none of that. Okay? We assumed we got to go work to pay a bill. Because clearly whoever told us that assumed that's how you're supposed to live. When you go read shit like 15 USC 1615, it literally states unearned interest needs to go back to the consumer. Now, so when does the consumer give unearned interest? That's the question you need to ask yourself. When does the consumer give unearned interest? I'll tell you. When you pay the bill with your money. When you got your shit auto bill paid. When they taking this shit out your account. When you paying a bill that's already paid. You giving them unearned interest. They didn't earn that. You gave it to them. You fucking donated it. You a huge investor. We're one of the most, man, goddamn it, we're the first investors of the United States. We're the first contractors to ever do business with the United States. Okay? Straight up. First contractors. The first contractors with the United States was the American people. Okay, we were the first investors. What did we invest? Our estates. We said, here you go. I give you this, you give me this. Trade for trade. All right, this card right here is basically an unlimited card if I know how to use it. Okay, but I have to come out of my minority debtor mindset, go to my creditor mindset, adulthood, and learn how to use this. Because this card doesn't have to have anything to fucking do with my credit score. Nothing. Okay, this card has nothing to do with my credit score. This credit card is unlimited. Once I know how to use it, I have to go stir up debt, and I have to come through with the credit to eliminate the debt. Meaning I have to set it off. I have to offset it. Okay? Every debt, there's a credit. Every credit, there's a debt. And if there's a debt, I just jump to 18 USC 8, where it states all obligations of the United States is covered by bills. Just go read. 18 USC 8, guys. It's not long. It's only a fucking paragraph. Okay? Just go read. Go look up what the obligation of the United States is. All bills. Okay? So if the United States is supposed to pay all bills, and I use my Social Security administrative card that was issued to me, because I'm the agent of the estate, okay? Meaning I'm federally protected by the United States, and they're letting me know any debts that I accrued from this card is obligated on their behalves. Why wouldn't I learn this? You see what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I read what they're telling me? I'm not listening to my uncle. I'm not listening to, you know what I'm saying, whoever's telling me to go get a job. Boy, you better stay at that job. Boy, you tripping. You know you just got that job at the post office. You know the post office pay good now. You tripping. People on the waiting list to get that job. You just gonna give it up to go learn whatever this scam shit you talking about? I put my money on Congress. That might sound like some coon ass shit. I don't give a fuck. I'm putting my marbles on Congress, because this shit's literally telling me all my fucking bills is paid. All I gotta do is send this shit in writing and knowing what's going on with necessary documents, and I live for free. I don't know what else. You can call it what you want. You can say this is a white man's game. You can say all that goofy ass shit. Okay, I'm past that shit. Okay, no one put no gun in my head. This is not the 40s. This is not the 30s. This is not slavery. We can read. Okay, we are competent enough to read. We just don't want to. We rather see women shaking their ass. We rather see the, you know what I'm saying, different shit. You know what I'm saying? We rather talk about different shit. Okay, all bills is paid, y'all. So why are we following up behind these celebrities telling them, then they telling us to go run up a check when the motherfucking bill is already paid? I say, celebrity, if you're still paying the bill with cash, man, you would need to sign up for a class, goddamn, because you can make $1 million motherfucking dollars. You can go on tour and hit every city and get 24 mil. You can make 100 mil. 56. You can do 50 fucking cities in 48 days. It don't fucking matter, okay? It don't fucking matter. All right, the money you making going where? To bills, okay? The shit going to bills. You ain't got to tell me. You know, I know it's going to bills. All right? When all bills are already fucking paid. Okay? How do I know all bills are paid? Well, goddamn it, I go to 18 U.S.C. 8. Congress pay all goddamn bills. How do I know that? The word bill is right in front of the word checks. And I don't got that in front of me. I just know that by heart because I knew that's like, man, that's like Jews. You don't forget shit like that. I just put that motherfucker in my memory bank and boop, I pull that out. And anytime I need to pull it out. Anytime a bank try to tell me they got money, I say, whoa, bank, 12 USC 1431. Congress told me you're the borrower. Okay, so should I go by your standards or should I go by Congress's standards? Okay, that's another thing, 12 USC 1431. If you think the bank lent you something, go read 12 USC 1431. Okay, Congress let you know the powers and duties of the banks. The first duty is to fucking borrow. They are borrowers. So what are they borrowing? Our applications. Okay? Our estates. So they have to pay us to use our application. That's why your bill is in positive, y'all. For y'all that's trying to figure out, why is my bill in positive? That's because they are paying you. They are paying you. Literally, they're paying you because they're using your shit. You're not supposed to be paying them. 12 USC 1431. 12 USC 1431. Powers and duties of the banks. I don't got that shit in front of me. I got that shit in my memory bank because that is the most one of the most powerful codes I've seen. Goddamn, and they explain, goddamn. You mean to tell me Congress got up off their ass and said, God damn it, let's drop 12 USC 1431. God damn it. They don't know the powers and duties of the banks. These motherfuckers is paying the fucking banks monthly. These motherfuckers is hopping into loans and we don't even fucking define loans. Like, who the hell told them what loans are? Like, I'm going to do some skits, goddamn. Who the hell told these consumers that they are the fucking loaners? Who the hell? What law says they got to pay the fucking bill? Let's get the team on this. God damn it. Survey the economy, god damn it. 1933 hits. Emergency Banking Act. 3 years later, the motherfucking Social Securities drop. 1936. Okay, so really listen to what I'm saying, y'all. Okay, I'm giving you the timeline. 1933 comes. Bam. Banks broke. God damn it, Congress, we need help. We're fucking broke. What can you do? Please help us. Okay, banks needed to be bailed out. All right, 1933 Emergency Banking Act, they had to come with some kind of House Joint Resolution. Okay, they had to come with something to be able to protect these banks because these banks was about to go out of business. Okay, and we all know the United States is a business, so you can't have your little many little banks going out of business, because if they go out of business, hey, you need them to do business. So you like, God damn it, we're going to drop the FDIC, God damn it, we're going to drop the Federal Deposit Insurance Company. Okay, we're going to do that to protect the banks. We're going to insure you guys $5,000. This is back in 1936, 35. Okay, you guys can fact Google. It's Googleable. Just look up when the FDIC came out. Okay, all right. So bam, FDIC comes out, motherfucking backs the banks. Okay, but that's not enough. That's not enough. $5,000 is not enough. Okay, so what happened was the Emergency Bank Act. Okay, it was in 1933. 3 years later, guys, in comes the Social Security card. 1936. 1936, Social Securities are dropped, which should your motherfucking competent antenna should be ringing right now. Like, what? Whoa. You mean to tell me in 1936, that's when socials came out? So if socials is used on every single purchase you do with applications, what did they do before socials? How did people buy houses before socials? How did people get cars before socials? All right, let's keep going. Bam, 1936, socials drop. Okay, meaning, remember, HJR 192 dropped before 1936. Okay, Emergency Banking Act dropped before 1936. Okay, so all that consumer credit transaction shit is already in motion. Okay, 1936 comes, the socials come. Now we can use this now, in a brown and black community, if you will. We was dealing with Jim Crows and shit like that. We dealing with folks knocking on our door saying, nigga, did you whistle? Did you motherfucking talk to, we dealing with different shit at the time. We ain't got time to be learning no motherfucking laws. You know what I'm saying? We trying to goddamn making sure we get back and forth to work without fucking dying. Okay, so I understand where the disconnection came at. Okay, so that during that time, it was a lot of laws being passed. Also during that time, real life was going on, meaning we was getting lynched like a motherfucker. Okay, so bam, in comes, guys, remember this date. Please follow the timeline I'm giving you so you can see the fucking timeline. Because once you see the timeline, you can have an understanding what the fuck is going on instead of trying to X and trying to copy templates. Okay, bam, 1936, the motherfucking socials drop. Do y'all not know the next law didn't come out until 1968? Now do your math from 1936 all the way to 1968, because in 1968, Truth in Lending was passed. Okay, now let's go back a little bit. All right, 1936, the socials are given to the consumers. Here you go, here's your business card. This is on behalf of your estate. Here's your business card to do business. Now, we're not going to tell you how to use it because you're supposed to know how to use it. You can read the laws. These laws and acts are dropped so you can take action. ACT means act, means action. We drop these acts so you can read them and take action. If you don't read the acts, can you take action? No, you can't. All right. So from 1936 all the way to 1968, y'all, that's almost 30 fucking years. That's 32 years. 32 years went by before Congress said, God damn it, what the fuck are they doing? Why are they entering fucking lease agreements? What the fuck? All right, damn. We're gonna drop an act. We're not gonna call it Lending Act because we need to make sure the consumer understand that somebody was lying. So we're gonna drop Truth in Lending Act. Make sure we put the truth in the front because these motherfuckers need to know that there must be truth in lending. And you goofy ass consumer, you are not the borrower. Okay, you are not the borrower. But so let's drop Truth in Lending. I know it's 1968. I know Martin Luther King just died. I'll say it again. I know Martin Luther King just died. 1968. Coincidentally, the same year Truth in Lending dropped. Now, I don't believe in coincidences. Now, do I think the government knocked off Martin Luther King? No. I think, I'm going to let y'all fill the blanks. I think there was a corporation that knocked off Dr. King. Okay? Now, why would a corporation do that and not the Congress? Why would Congress distract the people of an act that they're trying to put out for the people? You know who would stop acts that are put out for the people? Banks. Corporations. Because who did Truth in Lending, who was that for? Who did that slap on the wrist? It wasn't the consumers. It was the banks. Because clearly somebody was lying. Coincidentally, they came out with Truth in Lending, ironically, the same year Martin Luther King was knocked off. Okay, I think corporations knocked him off. We've been saying the government knocked him off. Okay, now why the fuck is the government gonna try to hold a consumer from his interests? When the consumer gets his interest, it alleviates the debt on the government side. Okay, so first of all, we need to eliminate what we think the government does and don't do, and understand there is a small, corrupt, really powerful corporation that has their hand on a lot of things. Okay, because they understand a lot of consumer laws have been passed within the last 50 years that could possibly change the whole banking system's game. Okay, so truth in lending, literally. When you read Truth in Lending, starting with 15 USC 1601, it literally states congressional findings and declaration of purpose. Meaning this is what Congress has found, and this is what we declare to be the purpose of this subchapter. It took us 30 years because we can't change shit the year. We can't change shit in 1 year. We have to see things in a 10-year, 20-year, 30-year increment. We have to see change. We don't make change over the year. You see what I'm saying? We have to see how things go. We got to see if this really is a problem. Okay, now we see it's a problem. God damn it. Drop the law. You see what I'm saying? That's how they do things, because in 1968, 2 years later, you had the Fair Debt Collection Practices Act. Or was it Fair Credit Reporting Act? One of them. You had the Fair Credit Reporting Act. They come out to 1970. Do y'all not know the first credit agency came out in 1899? Did y'all know Equifax has been around since 1899? So if credit scores wasn't around before the socials, what were they reporting? Gotta really think about what's going on, y'all. Okay? You gotta really think about what's going on. Okay? I don't think it's the government. I think it's a corporation, okay, that's doing business. Why would them just really think about it. What does the government gain by knocking off Martin Luther King? Really think about it. Because granted, I was the guy that was out there marching. I was marching, you know what I'm saying? Trust me, nobody was more pro-black than me. All right, so I'm just coming to this information and having a new way of looking at it. But really ask yourself, what does the government have to gain by knocking off Martin Luther King? Governments and corporations are in cahoots. But again, what does the majority of government have to gain by knocking off? So meaning there's a corporation that will rather have him knocked off and distract rather than the government. And that's my opinion. Now, like I say, we don't have the facts on this. You know what I'm saying? We don't have the facts on this. But all I'm saying is the government drops Truth in Lending to help consumers, and then all of a sudden the consumers gets distracted. Like, I don't know. I think there is a group of people that is hired, okay, that is meant to control the field. All right, so when that happened, I was just Googling shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, when did the Truth in Lending come out? Like, because we need to ask questions like this. Like, people just be trying to ask questions like, what do I put on my 1099-8? What do I put on my, did you read Truth in Lending? Oh, yeah, I kind of, like, man, get out of here. Like, stop worrying about the documents, y'all. Just put the documents to the side and get an understanding what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get to understanding, you'll stop asking questions like, what do I put in this box? How do I do this? How do I do that? How do I do this? You got to get the understanding. You know what I'm saying? It's going down, y'all. Don't be distracted. These laws is placed here right in front of us. Now, do they expect everybody? Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's been infiltrated, but it's like we can say this government all day. That I'll put it like this: y'all can say there's a corporation that's infiltrated government, which is probably true. You have good guys, you got bad guys in all instances. Just like you got good cops, you got bad cops. You got good folks, you got bad folks. All right, so I still look at it like this. I'm not about to sit here and say F the government and F that and F this when I'm reading laws that telling me how to live bill free. And I'm living bill free. So it's like, it's not really nothing nobody can tell me as far as, well, you know the government's corrupt. Well, the government that got me out of all my bills. You know what I'm saying? The government laid laws that I can apply to all my situations. So I mean, that's how I look at it now. You know what I'm saying? I take race out of it, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of folks try to play the victim. But, well, you know the system fucked up. Well, I also know we don't read. You see what I'm saying? Of course, if we don't know the game, we're going to lose every time. And the only people that don't like to play a game is losers. Okay? You got to know there's a winner side. All right, now, granted, the winner side may not have a lot of us on that other side, but that's only because we're not reading. That's the only reason. Ain't nobody holding a gun to our head and saying, nigga, you bet not read this shit and you bet not send this document in. We going to kill you if you send this document in. No one's doing that. Okay, no one's doing that. I'll be telling folks, as long as you reading the instructions, you know what's going on, you shouldn't have no issues. You should feel confident when you say your documents off. You should never feel confused or having the feeling in your gut, hope I did it right. You're not ready. And you know what I'm saying? You're not going to get no remedy. I'm trying to tell y'all, like, it's the universe is going to allow you to get, if you've been studying, universe is going to reward you for it. Okay? The universe going to reward you. But if you haven't, it's a wrap. All right? So, it's straight like that, y'all. You got to look at the timeline. All bills are already paid. Okay? The banks are borrowers. How do I know the banks is a borrower? 12 USC 1431. All right. How do I know all my debts is paid? All my bills are paid and obligated by the United States? 18 USC 8. 18 USC 8. Okay. How do I know leasing automobiles and other durable goods for consumer use is a trend and it's not by law? 15 USC 1601. Part B. Drop down to Part B. It's right there. Let you know it's a trend. We've been doing trends. We've been doing trends. We've been paying bills, and that shit been a trend because nobody's ever told us to go pay a bill. The people that told us to pay a bill was uninformed. All right, and it's that simple. It's that simple. It's that simple. But yeah, anybody got any remedy? Any remedy? Any remedy? Everyone should watch Dirty Money on Netflix about whistleblowers on Wells Fargo. Oh, I need to see that. Dirty Money on Netflix. Yeah, I'm gonna look at that tonight. Yeah, the first credit agency was in 1899, y'all. Don't call them bureaus, because to be called a bureau means you're federally protected. These agencies are not federally protected. They just out here doing shit. They just like the panhandlers on the side asking for money. They've assumed the role that they pour, and they are helping the community by, guys, hello, we can report your credit. You know, they're not helping nothing. They're hurting more than anything. Yeah, they pay her off, but I ain't gonna speak on it too much. No, the country is not a corporation. The United States is a corporation. America is the country. Gotta know the two. You got United States of America. It's no different from a Bank of America. It's too different. The United States of America got 50 branches. Look at United States of America as a bank. And all the 50 states is branches of the United States. But the United States is doing business with America. America's people. Yeah, United States, Debtor Corporation. Facts. Yeah, man. So like the more information you start looking at, man, you just start looking at things all different, man. So I even look at the slave trade. Like, damn, was slavery even real? It was real, but was it? Did we really have to go through that? Or was people just using their bodies as collateral? Because people do that today. So if slavery was going on then, I know it's still going on now because people are using their bodies as collateral. It's the same thing. It's just, I guess it's just not as gruesome. It's just not as prejudiced as it once was. But now it's voluntary slavery. People voluntarily go into employ establishments and fill out application and use their body as collateral when they're being paid out of their own interest. Because on that application that they gave the job, they put their first, last, social, and then they signed it, gave it to them. That employer took that application, started trading on the market, and every time you get paid, they pay you out of what they made on the market. They don't pay you out of profits they made. I know that's what we all thought. We talking big business. Them assets are traded. Yeah, credit agency back in 1899. It was Equifax. Equifax changed their name. They used to be called the Realtors, some shit like that. I'm sure somebody would drop it. Back in 1899, just type in when was the first credit agency. It's gonna say 1899. Facts. 18 USC 8. Yeah, when we don't know law, we fall subject to policy. That's really what's going on. When we don't know the law, we fall subject to policy. How many times y'all been told, well, ma'am, our policy states that. You said, what's the status on the car that you got repossessed? I never got a car repossessed. I got a car towed. Yeah, I got it back. I got it towed because it didn't have a tag on it. And really, he wasn't supposed to tow it. Really, I think it was just like 15 cops out there, and I was dropping that. I went live on it, so it's on my live. But yeah, I got the car back. You said I sent some stuff to the original creditor. Well, if you sent stuff to the original creditor, you must be sending stuff to yourself because you're the original creditor. Oh yeah, he said you could also do a billing error and put accounts in non-collection status. Yeah, that billing error process definitely works. I know a couple of people that's successful with the billing error. That definitely works. Leasing trend chapter is 15 USC 1601 part B. 15 USC 1601 part B. They talk about how leases are trend. It literally says Congress has also found that there has been a recent trend regarding leasing automobiles and other durable goods for consumer use. I know that shit by heart. The codes that I mentioned was 15 USC 1615. That A, that talks about the unearned interest that they've made, that the money that you paid every month was unearned interest on their end. So meaning they're supposed to refund you, but they can only refund you if you make a claim. I said 18 USC 8, that's the obligation of the United States, how they're obligated to pay all bills. All right, you're connected to the United States because you have a Social Security Administrative Office card, meaning your Social Security card. All right, next one I said was 12 USC 1431. That's the powers and duties of the banks. When you go to Part A, it literally tells you how banks are borrowers. It literally says banks are borrowers. That's all they are. They're borrowers. All right. So, did I miss any? 15 USC 1601. Yeah, I said that one. Oh, 15 USC 1605. You can look up the finance charge, determination of a finance charge. Now, why did Congress have to say, God damn it, 15 USC 1605? We gotta determine the fucking finance charge for them, because they think the finance charge is the interest that you owe to the bank, and that is not it. The finance charge is the sum of all charges in connections with consumer credit transactions, and it is not to be comparable with any cash transaction. So if you've been paying cash on your consumer credit transaction, that's unearned interest, and you're supposed to get that back. 15 USC 1615. By the way, what's 8888 form for? I would just Google that, brother. I'm sure they have a definition explaining what that form is. Yeah, every form got instructions. You gotta remember, every form got instructions. I'm gonna say I know for sure big business do it. Do I think small businesses do it? Probably not. They probably don't know what's going on. They still. That's how small businesses fall. You know what I'm saying? That's how like, oh my gosh, we haven't made the ends meet. Because they probably really been paying their employees out their profits. Big business don't do that. They've learned the game. Big business operate like banks. They know how to trade now. Well, they been know how to trade, in my opinion. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. RG Dunn and Company. Oh, for y'all, if the link not working, y'all, come in my DM. I'm gonna send you the new link. I accidentally deleted the old link. I was making room on my file, then fucking accidentally deleted. But I got a backup link. So, for those, some of y'all already got it. But if y'all haven't received the new link, just inbox me. Yeah, retail credit company. That's what Equifax used to be called. Do I think the landlords know? Hell nah. You're gonna have to take them to court. All applications are consumer credit applications. There are no such things as leases, y'all. Leases, like Congress said, is a trend. That shit is not real. That shit was made up. We're definitely not the leasees. But yeah, y'all, it's going down. It's going down. Make sure y'all reading y'all lease agreements, quote unquote. Make sure y'all reading y'all contracts, y'all. That shit is read your whole just sit down. Get your contract and just read it from the first word all the way to the last word on the last page. Okay? Read it again. Then read it again. Okay? Because you're going to start seeing certain things like, whoa. They just telling me my shit is secure. They're also telling me if I have any discrepancies, send it in writing. I haven't done none of that. I've been on the phone arguing with them. Exactly. Because you're not reading the instructions. They're literally telling you where to send your instructions to. If you have any issues, send it to this address. That's in your contract. That's why I be saying a lot of folks shouldn't be lost. All you gotta do is read and slow down. Stop reading to try to figure out what you gotta write. Read to overstand. You know, your overstand is gonna make you look at these documents like, oh, bam, I'm supposed to put that. Damn, easy. Okay, bam. Oh shit, bam, that's me. Oh, that's them. You know what I'm saying? But that understanding comes from reading the Acts. Said, you said you read that tenant means a member of the military. Like a lieutenant. Tenant. That makes perfect sense. Because, you know, the Necessitate by Act, they talking about how we out at sea and we haven't returned. So, yeah, I can see how that makes sense. All right, but yeah, if you're still paying bills with cash, you need to sign up for a class, okay? Definitely. You can definitely read all this stuff for yourself, but you can read all this for yourself. It's still not gonna do anything. You still need some type of guidance. A lot of folks go read this, like, y'all read it 4 times, I don't know what it's talking about, and then I'll break it down. So it's like, oh my gosh, I didn't see it from that way. Like, we need folks like that. You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of that. So don't be trying to be a tight wad and, you know what, I'm going to learn it myself. Oh, okay, it's what you should. But it's like, go ahead and get some guidance. You know what I'm saying? It's better to go into the woods with some tools rather than go into the woods with nothing. You know what I'm saying? You walk in the woods like, I'm going to figure it out on my own. You guys are charging too much. I'm going to figure it out on my own. I'm like, oh, all right. Well, you know, you got to pay attention. Now, is your attention more expensive than you coming out of your pocket? Now, that's a bar. Okay, that's a huge bar. Because if you don't invest in no class, that means you have to invest in this information with your attention. Meaning you got to pay attention if you don't want to pay the fee. And a lot of time paying attention is way more expensive than paying the fee. So you still paying. It's about how you want to pay. Now, are you wealthy enough to pay with your attention? Now, I ain't checking no pockets. But it's a lot of people's attention is broke. A lot of people's attention broke. My new class, my June 12th, I got a June class, June 12th is $100. It's really for all my alumni. But I mean, if you understand consumer law, you can still come and sign up. The link is in my bio. If you want to sign up for a one-on-one, the link is in my bio. Okay, if you again, my June 12th class is gonna be on June 12th at 2:22 p.m. That's Eastern time. Okay, we just basically go over everything. All right, going over the documents, just trying to get everybody that's booked my class this year and last year on the same page. A lot of people lost their ways. A lot of people have lost hope, and we don't want to leave nobody behind. So I'm starting the No Minor Left Behind, goddamn. No Minor Left Behind program, okay? Brought to you by HCA. All right. Not really. I'm not going over the 1040s, y'all, because everybody's having their own personal 1040s, guys. That's your personal bill. Meaning I'm not going over every single body's bill. So it's like me going over, and I don't want to do one 1040 because somebody's going to copy. That's the only reason I want to do it. Somebody's going to copy word for word, and then they're going to say, I thought you said put 2,000 in that box. I'm like, bruh, that was an example. That's why I don't show the 1040. I try to do a little template of instructions on what it is. Actually, that template was sent to me. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the only reason why, y'all. That's the only reason why. You can go to a tax professional and break down your 1040. You see what I'm saying? You can call the IRS, and y'all, this video about to go off. Hold on, let me save it.